Good morning, Mr. Witness. Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. Mr. Witness, you can put your books there. Okay, you hold on to this just for the camera. Okay. Mr. Witness, to start, what is your religion? Okay, in which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation? Okay, Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Can you hold the Holy Quran and repeat after me? Okay. I, Sulayman Bari, do swear that I'll speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Okay, you may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Are the mic on? Is the mic? Are they on?
Good morning, Mr. Barry.
Good morning, ma.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Council, can we proceed?
Yes, thank you very much, Madam Chairperson. Good morning, Mr. Barry.
Good morning, Deputy Lead Counsel.
Please state your name, please.
Sorry, let me just correct you. He's no longer the deputy lead counsel. He's now the lead counsel.
Lead Counsel, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that rectification.
Yes, Mr. Barry, please tell us your full name.
Yes, good morning to you once again. My name's Mr. Sulayman Bari, the Principal Internal Auditor, Brikama Area Council.
Principal.
Yes.
I see in your statement, your position is stated Senior Internal Auditor. Have you now been promoted?
I was from Internal Auditor promoted to Principal Internal Auditor.
Now you are Principal Internal Auditor.
Exactly.
Since when?
This was in 2013.
2013.
Yes.
What's your address, sir?
Brikama Town.
For how long have you been working with Brikama Area Council?
Since 2005.
You were employed, your first employment was with Brikama Area Council?
Yes.
As what?
As audit officer?
As audit officer?
Yes.
Please tell us about your educational background, sir.
I've attended Brikama Junior Secondary School from 1996 to September 1998.
Yes.
In 1998 to 2001, Gambia High School. In
Okay.
2006 to 2018, Trust Communication Training Institute. Diploma.
Trust Communication.
Yes, Training Institute.
What course did you study?
Diploma Accounting and Finance. Presently, I'm pursuing a diploma in Chartered Internal Audit at the Institute of Internal Audit. And in
Where?
At the Institute of Internal Audit. That's where the Red Cross House is located at Westfield.
Right.
In 2002, September and May of 2003, I attended a training on fraud and investigation at the African Federations of Institute of Internal Audit in Ghana, Accra.
You gave a statement to the investigators of the commission.
Yes, sir.
In fact, you gave two statements. Your first statement
Yes.
was on the 23rd of November 2023. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And your second statement is dated the 11th of March 2024. Do
Yes.
you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
We will show you the original copies of your statement, and please you advise us whether those are the statements that you gave to the investigators.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Are those the statements that you gave to the investigators, sir?
Yes, sir.
And that's your signature
Exactly.
on the first and second statement?
Exactly.
There appears to be an attachment on the second statement. What is that, sir?
That's a loan application.
Loan application.
Yes.
You applied for a loan
Yes.
at with the area council.
Exactly.
Was it granted?
Yes, it was.
How much was the loan?
The loan I applied for 450,000, but what was granted was $300,000.
You only applied for the loan once, or did you have any other loan that you were servicing at the time?
No, I was servicing other loans at the time.
You were?
Servicing other loans prior, before.
How many in total? How many loans did you take from the council?
This initially it was a building loan, 1,500 separate.
1,000?
150,000
Yes.
separate. No, 175,000 separate. Then to this one.
Okay, we will get into that in your testimony. We apply to tender the statements of the witness, Sulayman Barry. The first statement is dated the 23rd of November 2023 and is signed by the witness. The second is dated the 11th of March 2024 and it's also signed by the witness into evidence as an exhibit.
The witness statement dated the 11th of the witness statement dated the 23rd of November 2023, signed by the witness Sulayman Barry, together with the statement dated the 11th of March 2024, signed by the witness Sulayman Barry, are both admitted in evidence and marked as LGC/SB/BKAC/001 together.
As the commission places. Mr. Barry, how were you employed at the area council?
I was employed at the area councils through an establishment committee. Then the service commissions was not instituted.
Yes.
Council establishment committee to the position on probation period for 6 months. Then after I got a confirmation as a internal audit, so subsequently I got promoted to the principal internal auditor.
When were you promoted to senior internal auditor?
No, principal internal auditor. This was in 2013.
So you have never been a senior internal auditor?
No.
So from internal auditor straight to principal?
Principal internal.
Which one is higher? Is it the senior or the principal?
The principal is higher. But there was no senior, category then at the time.
At the time?
Yes.
So how many of you are in the internal audit unit?
At that time I was alone in the unit, up to like in 2013 to 14.
2013?
2013.
It was when you had...
Yes, a subordinate.
What is the name of the subordinate?
Called Mafuji Kante.
Mafuji Kante?
Yes.
Okay. What is his rank? Or what is his designation?
He was an internal auditor.
He still holds the position of an internal auditor. So he is directly under you.
Exactly.
What is his role, Mr. Kante? What work does he do?
Mr. Kante, normally he does the pre-auditing.
Yes.
Yes, of payment vouchers.
And payment vouchers?
Yes. And attempting in collectors when they come for submissions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now he works under you.
Exactly.
And you are the one to instruct him.
Yes.
So can he make decisions on his own, or do you have to approve the decisions that he has taken?
Normally,
yes,
he cannot make decisions of his own without my consent. But also, as an internal auditor, he can act independently to make certain decisions
like,
of its own.
You give us examples?
Like, during the time of reconciliations.
Yes.
Yes, when he reconciles with the collectors, he can certify them that...
How does he certify them?
Yes, for instance, when we are using digital machines,
Yes.
okay, we normally have records before, in fact, the collectors come for submissions.
Yes.
We know exactly what they've collected.
Okay.
Okay.
And when did you start this digitalization of revenue collection?
This was in, I think, 2020.
2020.
Yes, if my memory can serve me well.
So you have a screen in your office?
No, we normally get this print out from the IT unit of our office. Yes.
And now you know exactly how much
Each collector
has collected.
Yes, the transactions, because if they validate any transaction outside, meaning that transaction is being collected.
Now tell us, your department as the principal internal auditor in Brikama Area Council, how would you describe your main functions?
Our main
What does it involve?
Yes, our main functions is to work on behalf of the management
Yes.
and other stakeholders.
Yes.
Both private and public.
Yes.
To improve and add value to the governance structure, risk management, and control procedures.
And how do you achieve this? In doing that, how do you achieve it?
Basically, is to vet and monitor the transactions and to make sure that they are in conformity with the relevant rules and regulations that are governing the council.
What are these relevant rules that you
Notably,
pay attention to when you are executing your functions, Mr. Barry?
Sorry, sir. Notably, these are Local Government Act and
Yes.
Finance and Audit Act and other manuals governing the operation of the council.
The Finance and Audit Act 2004
2004, exactly.
and the Financial Manual as well.
Exactly.
And when it comes to auditing in a strict sense, how do you audit the council? How do you perform your daily functions?
Okay, our daily functions, council supposed to have a local government accounts committee.
Yes.
Now, this committee should be responsible to make a follow-up to audit findings and
Yes.
recommendations. But unfortunately, in our councils, we don't have such. There was not a constituted local government accounts committee.
Yes.
So our line of communications normally is to the chairman, who is the head of the council.
Yes.
Okay, as internal daily, we will, vet the payment vouchers.
Yes.
Okay, like weekly, collectors will be coming for submissions, and we'll have them, my subordinates will check them, cross-check them. There are correspondent GTRs, it's correspondent cash books with the GTR, and if there is any abnormalities or any irregularities, then we will jot it down. And after every quarter, we do our quarterly reports and pass it to the chairman of the council.
Yes, I believe I have heard you. We'll come back to that process.
Okay.
I believe I've heard you say that your line of communication is to the chairman.
Exactly.
Why is that?
Yes, because the acts, we are answerable to the council.
I understand
as
that.
Internal auditors.
Yes.
So, okay, all our findings and recommendations should be addressed to the chairman and copy the chief executive officer.
Where did you see that? Where did you see that?
Now, in the act, it says,
Where in the act?
In the finance, and audit acts, somewhere in the provisions that
The Finance and Audit Act says you are answerable to the chairman.
no, we are answerable to the council.
Council.
Exactly.
And to you, that means you are answerable to the chairman.
No, to me, because chairman is representing the council at the council level, so meaning,
Sorry,
we are answerable to the.
Please answer to the.
Yes, please, this is the Finance and Audit Act. Please refer us to the provision that then you continue explaining what you are saying.
Okay, so. Part 3.
Yes. Page.
Page 21.
Says what? Says what?
Part 3, 26. 1. Every council shall establish an internal audit department.
Yes.
Okay. 2. The head of the internal audit department, who shall be answerable to the council, shall prepare and submit to the council quarterly audit report.
Yes.
And forward a copy it to the local government accounts committee, the
Yes.
Auditor General, and the Secretary of State.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and to you, it means to the chairman. So you see yourself as answerable to the chairman directly. So what would be your role with the CEO then?
I mean, our role with the CEO is to advise him
Finance and Audit Act. Yes.
on any, if you find out in any malpractices, fraudulent activities, or any irregularities, in order to add value to the operations of the council.
So when you write your report, who you write to the chairman and copy the
CEO.
The CEO.
Exactly.
Now the financial manual says on page 14, section 209, that your functions are to ensure that the council, the whole system of internal audit control, including internal check, is adequate and in functioning satisfactorily. And D, paragraph D, report to the council and chief executive officer on any apparent waste or extravagant expenditure which comes to his notice. So I don't want you to go with the notion that you are answerable to the chairperson directly.
No, I'm not.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
You're not. You are independent, but your reports must reach the council and it must reach the chief executive officer.
Okay, sir.
So the idea that you are answerable to the chairperson or a mayor or anybody else is not, you cannot just read the text literally and construe that you owe duty to the chairperson. You, the internal auditor, must operate an independent office.
Independent office, exactly.
It's your information that must reach these individuals.
Okay.
As in the line of your duty, unless the commissioners understand it differently. But that's what I see. Because the point is, you are not supposed to be compromised. Is that not the case?
Exactly.
And that is why, even though you, yes, Lord.
Thank you very much, State Council. I think you hit the nail on the head. That's the right procedure. It should be a reversal of exactly what you said. You report to the CEO and then copy to the chairman, not report to the chairman and then copy to the CEO. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. I'm really grateful.
Yeah, point noted.
Now, let's talk about your functions as an auditor with respect to the revenue collectors first. You were trying to explain your relationship with the revenue collectors and how you perform your oversight function. Please explain in detail about that.
Okay, in my unit, we segregate responsibilities, in between my subordinate staffs.
You only have one subordinate?
No subordinate, I'm having like 3 people working
Okay,
on me.
please give us their names.
This Lamin Mafu Kante.
Mr. Kante is an internal auditor?
Yes, and we're having 2 audit clerks, that's Lamin Drame.
They are audit clerks?
Yes.
They're employees?
Yes, they are employees.
Okay.
But Lamin is not currently in the country here. He's in Indonesia doing his master's.
Mr. Kante and Lamin what?
Lamin Drame
Drame?
and Amadou Jobate.
And Amadou Jobate. They are both clerks?
Yes. They are both
Please proceed.
Yes. So these collectors do normally, report to these 3 people.
Yes.
Either Lamin, Mr. Kante, or Amadou. Anytime they come for submission.
Yes.
And they will cross-check their records with the corresponding GTR. And if there is any abnormalities, will be stated. And if they understated, they will be told that they have to go and pay.
How are they told?
This, it will be stated on their cash book.
Yes.
And that they have to pay this understated amount to the bank.
Yes.
And bring
please draw yourself towards the microphone.
And bring the payment slips to the audit for verifications.
Now, where do they pay the revenue that they collect?
They paid it at the council's account.
Which account?
It differs. Most of the times, Lansings will pay to the EcoBank's account. You know, we have different bank accounts.
Why is that? Should there not be one account for the revenue collected, or?
Yeah, you know, at times, you know, they make these divisions of accounts in order to meet their targets. Like once accounts will be created for development, some will be created for recurrent expenditures, and like that was management decision.
Yes.
Yes.
When was that? When was the decision made?
This decision, well, I cannot recall, but it was a long time.
Do you think it makes sense or is financially advisable to have multiple accounts where revenues will be paid into, or as opposed to having only one account for revenue collection? What would be your opinion?
It has both advantage and disadvantages. Yes, but because, you know, if you segregate the development with the recurrent, this will, you know, can assist you to meet most of your development, you know, expenditures. So for the recurrent as well. But again, you know, it attracts many bank charges, and that will be at the detriment of the council.
We will come back to that. Now, please proceed with respect to your the balancing and the audit responsibilities in relation to with the revenue collectors.
Yes, as I told you earlier, before, you know, like we are using digital. When we are using digital,
yes,
before they come for submission, we already know exactly what they've collected. Each and every one collected in the field. So at the beginning of this, you know, digital revenue collection, most of them were not recording their transactions in their cash book.
Do you know why?
Well, when I confronted some of them, because when I realized that they were not recording their transaction in their correspondent cash book, I told them, why are you people not recording your transaction? Because you have not been coming to report to the audit for verification.
You mean they have not been coming for the verification?
Exactly.
How often is this verification conducted?
This is weekly.
Weekly?
Yes.
And which day in the week?
Thursdays.
Thursdays?
Yes.
And they have not been coming for how long?
This, you know, it was like months they were not been coming.
And did you write?
Pardon?
Did you write to that effect?
No.
Why?
When I realized that they were not coming,
yes,
I conveyed a meeting with them and their line managers.
Yes.
That they supposed to be, you know, recording their transactions in the correspondent cash book for audit purposes.
Do you have the minutes of that meeting?
Yes, I could. I must have it.
Please produce the minutes of the meetings if you have them.
I will. If I go.
If not, what you are saying right now may not go to any issue.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Okay.
Please proceed.
Yes, and then some started. You know, they started to record their transactions, but before that, we have all their records, what they've collected in the field.
Yes.
So, okay, what they bank that's exactly what they recorded, the amount of money they bank.
Yes.
But not all the amount of money they collected.
Okay.
So when, you know, my subordinates,
yes,
you know, compare the record,
yes,
we had from the, you know, the IT,
yes,
and their correspondent cash book, we realized that there are suppressions.
There are cash suppressions.
Cash suppression.
Meaning that the amount of money that they will collect.
Yes, they will not bank all.
They will not bank all.
All, yes.
For instance, if a revenue collector collects $50,000, they probably will just take half of that to the bank.
Bank, yes. And they will going to record that transaction, the amount they've recorded, they will going to record that transaction in their cash book. And the amount they don't, you know, bank, they will leave that one out.
Now it makes sense. Because what you are saying, if I understand you well, is their cash book should be able to tally with the IT records,
Exactly.
and the GTRs,
Exactly.
and the bank
Exactly.
account.
Exactly.
So, but what will be in their cash will be exactly the amount of money they declared or they deposited in the bank. But the IT records
Yes.
will show that they have collected more.
More than what they've recorded.
Yeah, I think that is well understood. So please proceed.
Yes, and there, we feature most of those suppressions in our quarterly report.
In
And
your
quarterly report?
Yes.
Yes, and present them to the, authorities.
By the way, do you have a copy of your quarterly report?
Yes, I think I'm having a soft copy here.
Soft copy. Do you have the hard copies?
No, I gave it to the investigators.
You gave it to the investigators. How many audit reports have you conducted since 2018? Do you have a number of the audit reports you have conducted since 2018?
Yes, 2018, 2018 and 2019, the quarterly reports now, because then, our office, we are using the same office with the finance.
Yes.
And, in fact, I used to go out to prepare most of those quarterly reports. I was not having, the machines, the necessary tools. And
go ahead.
During the transfer from our old building to the new building, the machines we were using, the CPU, got faulty, and I was unable to access that. But,
so you are saying you don't have the report for 2018 and 2019?
Yes, but for 2020,
yes,
and 20 quarterly report for 2021, 2022, 2023. I'm having a system report for 2020, covering 1st of January.
Let me take the list for what you have.
Yes.
You have the audit report for which year?
2020.
2020.
Yes.
Quarterly report.
No, this one is a system report.
System report.
Yes. Covering the period from 1st of January.
1st January.
To 31st of December.
To 31st of December.
Yes.
Which 2020.
2020.
And then?
And then two quarterly reports.
Yes.
Then a system audit again.
Two quarterly reports between in which year?
In 2021.
2021.
Yes.
And then?
And then I have another
system report.
System audit.
Which year?
This was 2022, 2023.
I believe I have a copy. The final report on system audit for period 1st January 2020 to December 31st December 2020, signed by one Sulayman Barry. Is that you, sir?
Yes, I think.
That will be you. There will probably only be one Sulayman Barry in your Brikama area council.
Exactly.
Let me show you this copy. And you advise us whether this is the one for the 2020, 1st January to 2020, 31st December.
Yes, sir.
Please go through it. We are going to seek to have it admitted in evidence.
Okay.
Just briefly, you can go through that and advise us whether that is the copy.
Yes, that's the copy.
That's the copy. Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Thank you. Can we have it?
Very well.
Madam Chairperson, we apply to tender the system audit for 1st January 2020 to 31st December 2020, signed by the witness, prepared and signed by the witness, Mr. Barry, into evidence as an exhibit.
The internal audit report covering the period 1st of January 2020 to December 31st, 2020, signed by Sulayman Bari, the witness, is hereby admitted in evidence and marked as LGC/SB/BKAC/002.
As the commission pleases. Yes, Mr. Bari.
Yes, sir.
There is one here that we have. Is the Brikama Area Council Audit Draft Report, Financial Statement, Staff and System Audit for 2022-2023. Please have a look. Is that one also prepared by you?
Exactly, sir.
But why is it labeled as a draft?
Yes, because, normally,
Yes.
when we prepare our reports,
Go ahead, sir.
we first prepared it in a draft form
Yes.
and given the ultimatum to the management.
You give
Ultimatum,
ultimatum.
yeah, exactly, to the management to respond to that draft report.
So you give them a timeline as to when they should respond to the draft.
Exactly. So when the timeline elapses,
Yes.
we don't receive any formal response,
Yes.
we normally adopt it as our final report.
What would normally be the timeline?
The timeline here was 5 working days.
5 working days.
Yes.
Did you receive any
response?
yes respond?
No, sir.
And you have sent this to the management,
Yeah, exactly.
and they did not respond.
Exactly.
Do you know whether they respond after the deadline?
No, but if they respond after the deadline, I would have known.
No, I'm just asking,
Yes.
just for the purpose of the record, to know whether they have made any attempt, because they can come here and say that they have responded probably after the deadline, or they have given it to someone else, and so on and so forth.
No.
There is no response to that effect.
No.
So, this draft, is there a final copy? But what do you do after the draft when there is no response?
There is no response. We adopt the draft as a final copy.
How do you adopt it as a final copy?
Yes, because there are issues highlights in
Yes.
the draft, and it's supposed to be the responsibility of the management to write to any party or individual who is affected, in the draft.
No, I want to know, how do you adopt it as a final copy? The one I showed you is still has the draft.
The draft ones, yes, that draft should have been,
Let me show the commissioners. Let me show the commissioners.
Yes. That's why in the second page, I removed the draft. Maybe here, forgot to take it off.
Honorable Chairperson, do we ask that the witness provide the commission with the final copy, or do we just admit the draft copy?
I believe he said that if you look at the second page, can you just look at the second page?
Yes.
What is the title of the second page?
It has Brikama, Entire Audit Unit, Brikama Area Council, West Coast Region, the Gambia.
Is
Audit
it,
report on financial statement, staff and system audit.
is it referred to as a draft?
No, it did not refer to it as a draft.
So can you ask him why he has the cover note saying it is draft, whilst the next page is
Yes.
stating?
That's what I was saying. I said it was an oversight. That's why the first page there's a draft, and the second page you don't see that because I already adopt this as my final, report.
Now, can you produce to us by tomorrow the one that you have adopted without the draft?
Okay.
Madam Chairman, I would think that would be probably the best position. Can you do that by tomorrow, sir?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now, these IT records that you receive to conduct your assessment of the books of accounts of the with the revenue collectors, do you have them? Do you have the copies?
No. Recently, I don't have the copies.
Why is that?
Yes, because I used to place the copies. Then we were, as I told you, we are using the same office space with the finance. So when we are migrating from the old building to the new building, then I was not been coming to work. So this was done in my absence. And when I come, I couldn't, have access to those documents. But I think, IT may be in position to retrieve those.
Who is the head of the IT unit?
Ibrahim Sidi.
Ibrahim Sidi.
Sorry, Bakari Sidi.
Bakari Sidi.
Yes.
So how many people have access to the revenue that is collected digitally?
Digitally?
Yes.
People who have
access to the records, the screen.
To the records?
Yes.
Yes, that's the IT, because normally.
How about the CEO?